So the skies are clear, the sun is out, but don't be deceived. There's a big-time nip in the air on this crisp autumn day at Lincoln Financial Field. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Escapes the defender. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Smith will come in motion right. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Eagles at 3-1 here through their first 4 games, and they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's Hurts to throw. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. You look at the defense for these Texans. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second and 10. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
At the 32-yard line.
Great. Set.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Crossing route, he finds Likely. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Isaiah Likely, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You look at this Eagle defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Breaks through the contact. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Tiger Hornet. Hey, 73, 73, 73, 73.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Finds his man over the middle. It's likely. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken around the 12. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
All right.
Stroud to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Fielded just inside the 20. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's 2nd and 3.
No touch that. No touch.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Alpha, alpha, alpha.
Throwing is Hurts. Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Hurts. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Back to Mixon on second down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. But now he appears to be in some pain. From the 29, here's second down and 7. Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go. On the ground, here's Brooks. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about it.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Wait.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Texans nothing.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
A two-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Right to the air, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
To throw on second down is Hurts. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That is brought in. And he will score. Devontae Smith, touchdown Philadelphia. It's his second touchdown of the year. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans set to punt this one away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field.
Hey, Silver.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. Sending it downfield for Likely. And he's in. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Eagles.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Oh, ready.
First carry for Joe Mixon. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go right back to Mixon. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Here we we go.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by their rookie linebacker.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
In motion, the tight end, Uzomah. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Great, set. Crowd left Yeti.
They'll stick with him again. Inside the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Here's Tress Way now, and John's a punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Miami.
Hurts now. He's got the hookup to C.J. Uzomah.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Oh, it's Silver, ready? Delta.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Great, set.
They'll stay on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You can tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
On second down, Hurts. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. A handoff as they try to run it here. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Kamari and Lassiter there on the stop. Here's 3rd and 7.
Great, set.
That's caught by Smith on the right side. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
To say this group has started strong here in the first quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level, they could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. Kamari and Lassiter there on the stop. Second down and 8.
Great, set. Hey.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Hurts going to call his own number. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. They'll take him down at the 3-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
On 3rd and goal, they'll run for it. And he cannot get free, only a yard to the 3, forcing 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th and goal.
Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles extend the lead to 24-0.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line. 3rd down, 3 to go. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss. I just don't love the look of this offense so far in this game, Mike. I mean, this first half, they've been flat, they've been lethargic. There hasn't been a lot of urgency, and we saw it again on this last play. Simple handoff, no gain, same story.
3rd and long.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
No touchdown. No touchdown.
His drive will start on the ground. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Hurts will work here from the pistol. Open man downfield is Smith. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there. 2nd and a yard. Hurts. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
You'll see right before the ball was snapped, the quarterback just take a peek. Is there enough space between the defender and your wide receiver that you intend to throw this little quick to? That's called the cushion. Cushion's big enough, you can run the play. He gets up in press coverage, you got to get at it. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he's going to pick up the first down. Tackle made right at the 20-yard line. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. All right, Coach, thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go.
Man in motion, it's Diggs. On first and 10, here's Stroud.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
Let the hot.
On second down, Stroud. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First down, Texans.
On the quick, right?
Man in motion, it's Diggs. Stroud to throw here on first and 10. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the defense has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
No touch that.
In motion, the tight end Uzama.
No touch.
On play action, here's Hurts. This one complete right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the two-point conversion. That's in the end zone and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris.
That decision to go for two was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for two. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They will work the middle with Mixon. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up 3rd down. And in motion, it's Diggs. On play action, Stroud. And that is incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
They'll begin here on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Powerful running there, stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now a give up the middle. And he'll get this up close to a 1st down as the tackle is made right at the midfield stripe. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Hurts going to keep it on the option. And he's not going to get the 1st down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. First and 10.
Robbie.
Now Stroud. Pressure gets there. And down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
The pressure all over him. He goes down again. So, 3 quarters have work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Stroud. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther.